What's going on, world? I'm your Mary Sweetness, aka Sweetness. Stacks for the weekend to make sure you throw back in the artist and it pays to be a listener. Before we get started, I bless everyone, including myself, with a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. And make sure you stick around so you can qualify for our cash bag. Today is Triple Play Tuesday, where we're celebrating all things Dipset and Juelz Santana. So Dipset came on the scene in the late 1990s, 1997 to be exact. The group consists of Cameron, Freaky Zeke, Juelz Santana, and of course, Jim Jones. But it was originally started from Cameron, Freaky Zeke, and Jim Jones, all bros coming from Harlem, New York, USA, okay? And of course, I was a big Dipset fan, and I still am. They happen to be just one of my top 10 groups of all times, you know what I mean? So when they had that battle before, with the locks, I was kind of pissed off because I felt like the antics was overshadowing the performance when I'm Dipset-ish, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, back into the video. So yeah, Dipset was formed. And we didn't hear of the group until they had, of course, formed the Dipset Immunity Records. And when I say from the Track Masters had did that, they definitely did that when they had signed to The Rock. There's some controversial behind that, but we'll get into that into another video. This is all about the Dipset, and of course, Juelz Santana is our Triple Play Tuesday artist as well. His name is LaRon Lewis James. He came on the scene in the early 2000s with hits like Oh Boy, Hey Ma, which is actually one of my favorite joints of all time. We didn't know who he was until he came on the track of Hey Ma, of course, complimenting and riding the beat, and of course the flow, and doing what he does as a true MC. Now, me as a femc, I do remember doing mixtapes over to Santana's town because I like his flow. The boy is nice, and we have a lot in common when it comes to being the youngest in a group. But I'll talk about that offline. Back to Santana. So yes, and we damn sure paid attention to Mr. Santana when he got his smash hit run, that 3-time platinum sensation with Chris Brown running. That was a classic platinum record that was on the charts, Billboard 100s, for at least 3 weeks. That's how big it was. But Santana has definitely made his bones in the industry with singles and hits after hits as well too, and definitely features, and of course being that big feature. That big prominent part of the Dipset, and making his own individual careers. And that's what I do appreciate about the Dipset community. Not only did they come together as one collective, but as a whole, and everybody did their own careers individually, which we'll talk about as a separate video, because you guys already know I love Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Cameron, definitely platinum sensation. Of course, Jim Jones, okay, everything Jim Jones. What's up, Cancer Twin? Of course, and of course, Juelz Santana, and of course, a Freaky Zeke. Of course, everybody individually doing their own thing. I've had all the records, all the musics, everything Dipset, and representing Harlem to the fullest. And of course, you guys know I'm a native New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? Just recently, Juelz dropped a mixtape. It was called Premeditation or Monetization. If you guys know the correct name of the mixtape, please let me know. But his latest project was called Lil Boy Fresh. Now, the video and the visual was already done, and he just dropped it 3 weeks ago. Now, I'm loving everything visual. I'm loving everything flow. And of course, Juelz Santana has bars for days. You know what I'm saying? He said he might not have sold, the list, but he's definitely by putting fear with with most MCs, not top MCs, but fear by most MCs because of his lyrical skills, definitely. And everybody on Dipset community is nice, okay? Definitely. And of course, it's more people that were part of the Dipset collective as well too, that did their individual careers, like Purple City, Uncasa. But we will definitely get into that. What up, Uncasa? And into that in another separate video. So the topic of discussion is, word on the curb is that Juelz Santana and his beautiful wife, Kim Bella, after 3 years, they have called it quits. Now, you guys already know they already have a beautiful family together, and they have been on and off for quite a while. And there have been rumors in the past of infidelities, but Juelz Santana said on a separate interview that he has not stepped out on his wife in a while, and Kim Bella is the woman for him. He's a changed man. So our question to you is, Do you believe that this is a ploy for Love and Hip Hop storyline? Or is it a ploy because it's rumored that Joel Santana is coming out with another mixtape? Now, you know what I'm saying? Publicity sells, whatever works for you, and I hope I'm not blowing up the spot. But I don't believe that because she love that man. Word on the curb is that they're saying that, Kim is saying that Joel is some of a narcissistic. Come here, Kim. I believe that man is scared of you, child. I don't believe that at all. No, I don't believe that at all. Well, anyway, I'm done with this. We want to know in the comments, do you believe that these two are splitting? What's your favorite Joel Santana joint? And are you ready for his up-and-coming project? We know we are. Definitely, we want to know, do you think it is a bop? Is it a flop? Will you be supporting the Joel Santana project when it comes out? We know we will because he's a nice MC and we support all things Dipset over here. I'm a native New Yorker, okay? Well, I'm done with this. Like I said, I'm your girl, Mary Sweetness, a.k.a. Sweetness. Stacks already who caters to Main Street Throwback indie artist and it pays to be a listener. Make sure you guys continue to follow us on facebook.com/Mary Sweetness 77 Join our sex radio group, and Instagram Miss Albie Sweet. And of course, we will see you on stationhead.live/Mary Sweetness at 8:45 p.m. We are bringing back our legendary Cash App to our loyal listeners. Now, you got to be a loyal listener. Don't be coming in just because of the coin. No, you have to be in the show all the time, if not often, to qualify for the coin, which is going to be on January 11th, okay? So, like I said, remember that the bishop to come, and if I can leave some encouraging words, spread love because you can. I'm your girl, Mary Sweetness, a.k.a. Sweetness. Once again, Stacks Ready, we cater to Main Street Throwback indie artists and it pays to be a listener. I will see you on the show. Peace.